This was a special election. The seat is up again in November. And the Republican candidate here, Lee Wambsgans, she said she lost because Republicans didn't show up. And she said that she fully expects the results to be different come November. And some analysts, when talking about this race, they said that there was some different circumstances here that were at play, like there was low turnout because it was a special election. The weather was bad in Texas that day. Wambsgans was seen as too far right of a candidate over her involvement in a conservative school board push. I mean, A, do you think that the results are going to be different in November here for this race, especially because it'll be the midterms? And B, I mean, what do you make of what she was saying?
Yeah, I wonder what other excuses they have. Maybe Dan Patrick had to wash his hair that day. What a joke. So let's talk about special elections in Texas. They are traditionally skew Republican very heavily. Okay. And it is because turnout is traditionally pretty low. Usually in specials in Texas, you see 3, 4, 5% turnout. This one had over 15% turnout. So is that turnout low? Sure, we would love to have 100% turnout, but you don't have that. This is a very high turnout special election for a Texas landscape. And in traditional fashion, Republicans overperform and the Democrats did by 31 points. So if they want to make excuses, go for it. What I have said since I got elected chairman of this party last year is that the Democrats are not going to go around explaining to people why they're wrong and making up excuses anymore. We are looking in the mirror, acknowledging when we've made mistakes of the past, owning up to it and trying to make it right. That's how I was raised to do things in East Texas. That's how we're operating as a party. Republicans don't have to do that. They can make excuses. They can whine, complain, and blame everyone except for themselves. All that means is that voters are going to see through what they're doing, and we're going to continue to have successes into November. The odds are stacked against us in November, just as they were stacked against us now. But I will put my money on the scrappy Texas Democrat with their backs against the wall in Vegas every single day.
To that point, and Texas, just like this county, solidly red. But do you think Texas is flippable in November? There's a big Senate race coming up.
Absolutely. And probable, that's not what I'm saying. Possible, that is what I'm saying. It everything tells you it shouldn't happen, but if we look at every special election that has happened, Republicans have flipped 0 legislative seats in the entire country since Donald Trump's election. Democrats have flipped 24. We're overperforming across the board. Also, the trends you're seeing with Hispanic voters have completely reversed. Donald Trump is underwater in huge ways with Latino and Hispanic voters. That's a really big deal in Texas. If you look at this district precinct by precinct, the precincts where Taylor Ormet performed way over what Kamala Harris did were his predominantly Hispanic and Latino districts, precincts. Some of the largest of which, predominantly Hispanic precinct, he overperformed by 51 points. So I think what you're seeing is all of that mixed with the redistricting maps that they drew, assuming Hispanic voters were going to stay on their side. They're in for a world of hurt in November. I think you have more than just the districts that they drew up in play this year. I think 23 is in play in Texas. I think 9 is in play in Texas. I think you could come out of this election with Republican redistricting completely walloping them. And it couldn't happen to a worse crew of people. Thrilled that they're going to have their comeuppance.
Well, we certainly have a lot to look out for between now and the midterms, and I hope you and I can have plenty more conversations. Until then, Chairman Scudder, thank you so much for joining me. Once again, you're welcome back anytime.
Well, I greatly appreciate being invited. Thanks for having me.